Have you ever noticed how some people seem to just sail through their 80s, full of life, sharp as a tack, enjoying every single day, while others, sadly, seem to fade long before then? It's a question that's probably crossed all our minds, especially as we get a little older ourselves. We often hear about the big health challenges, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and of course, those are incredibly important. But what if I told you there are often deeper, more surprising currents at play? Subtle shifts in our daily lives that quietly, almost invisibly, impact how long and how well we live. It's a painful reality that many wonderful people don't reach the vibrant longevity they truly deserve, often because they're missing a few key pieces of the puzzle. A secret to not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. In this video, we're going to dive into 5 truly surprising reasons why many seniors don't live past 80 and, more importantly, what we can all do about them. Starting today. You might think you know these reasons, but I promise, the nuance, the real why behind them, and the simple actions you can take might just open your eyes. So, make sure you watch right to the very end, because I've got something waiting for you that I think will truly surprise you. Let's begin with the first surprising reason. One that often flies under the radar because it's not something you can easily measure with a blood test. Yet its impact on our longevity and vitality is profound. It's the quiet erosion of what I call purpose and the creeping shadow of social disconnection. When we talk about purpose, I don't mean finding a new career at 70, although for some, that's exactly it. What I'm really referring to is having a compelling reason to get out of bed each morning. A sense of contribution. A feeling of being needed, whether it's by family, friends, or a community. Many of us, after years of work and raising families, might find ourselves in retirement with suddenly empty calendars and a feeling of, what now? This void, this lack of a driving force, can be incredibly detrimental. Our brains and bodies are wired for engagement, for learning, for problem solving, and when that stimulation diminishes, we can see a more rapid decline, both physically and mentally. It's like a car that's left in the garage too long. Parts start to rust. The battery goes flat. Think about the stories you've heard, or perhaps even seen firsthand. The person who retires from a demanding, fulfilling job and within a few years seems to lose their spark, their energy, sometimes even their health. Contrast that with someone who, in retirement, volunteers, takes up a new hobby like painting or gardening, joins a book club, or becomes the family's beloved storyteller and wisdom keeper. They're active, engaged, their minds are sharp, and they seem to defy their age. The difference often lies in that sense of purpose. It gives our days structure, it provides mental stimulation, and it fuels our motivation to stay active and healthy. Now, intertwined with purpose, and just as insidious, is social disconnection. It's more than just being alone. It's feeling isolated, lacking meaningful connections with others. In our modern world, despite being more connected than ever through technology, many seniors feel a profound sense of loneliness. Family might live far away. Friends might pass on. And the social structures that defined our younger lives, like workplaces or school groups, might no longer exist. This isn't just about feeling sad. Chronic loneliness has been shown to be as damaging to our health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases inflammation, raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and can even accelerate cognitive decline. Our brains are social organs. We thrive on interaction, shared experiences, laughter, and even the occasional comforting presence. So, what can we do to reignite our purpose and foster genuine connection? It's simpler than you might think. Start by reflecting. What truly excites you? What skills do you have that you enjoy sharing? What causes do you care about? It could be anything from teaching a grandchild to knit, to volunteering at a local charity, joining a walking group, taking an online course, or even starting a small project in your garden. The key is to find something that gives your day direction and makes you feel valued. And for social connection, reach out. It takes courage sometimes, but making that first phone call to an old friend, attending a community event, joining a senior center, or even striking up conversations with neighbors can open up a world of possibilities. Consider intergenerational activities. Spending time with younger people can be incredibly invigorating and provide a fresh perspective, while also allowing you to share your wisdom. It's about building a web of relationships, however small to start, that brings warmth and meaning into your life. Remember, connection isn't just a nice to have. It's a fundamental human need that dramatically impacts how long and how joyfully we live. Moving on to our second surprising reason, one that's quietly undermining the health of so many, often without them even realizing it, is chronic low-grade inflammation driven by what we eat. We often think of inflammation as something acute, like a sprained ankle swelling up, or a fever when you have the flu. That's acute inflammation, and it's a necessary part of our body's healing process. But what I'm talking about here is chronic, systemic, low-grade inflammation, an ongoing simmering fire beneath the surface that doesn't cause immediate pain, but slowly, relentlessly, damages our cells, tissues, and organs over years. It's like rust silently eating away at the foundations of a house. This chronic inflammation is a major culprit in nearly every age-related disease you can name: heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, even some cancers, and a huge, often underestimated, driver of this silent fire is our diet. Think about the typical Western diet, packed with processed foods, refined sugars, unhealthy trans fats, and an imbalance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. When you consume these foods regularly, your body is constantly trying to respond to what it perceives as threats, activating its inflammatory pathways. Imagine your immune system constantly on high alert, dealing with these false alarms from your food. Over time, this constant state of vigilance wears down your body, leading to cellular damage and setting the stage for serious health issues. Many people simply accept aches, stiffness, brain fog, and fatigue as just part of getting older, when in reality, they could be symptoms of this underlying inflammation. The good news is, our diet is largely within our control, and it's one of the most powerful levers we have to turn down that inflammatory fire. So, what are the actionable steps? It really boils down to embracing whole, unprocessed foods and minimizing the inflammation-provoking culprits. Start by drastically reducing your intake of added sugars. They are inflammatory villains found in everything from sodas and baked goods to seemingly healthy yogurts and sauces. Read food labels. Next, cut back on refined grains like white bread, white pasta, and white rice, which behave much like sugar in the body. Instead, opt for whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat. Then, tackle unhealthy fats. Avoid trans fats found in many processed snacks and fried foods. And limit excessive amounts of vegetable oils high in omega-6s, like corn, soybean, and sunflower oil. Instead, flood your body with anti-inflammatory powerhouses. Load up on colorful fruits and vegetables, especially berries, leafy greens like spinach and kale, broccoli, and peppers. These are packed with antioxidants and phytonutrients that actively combat inflammation. Incorporate healthy fats rich in omega-3s, which are powerfully anti-inflammatory. Think fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Spices like turmeric with black pepper for absorption, ginger, and garlic are also fantastic anti-inflammatory agents you can easily add to your cooking. And don't forget the humble olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, in particular, is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, renowned for its anti-inflammatory properties. Making these shifts doesn't have to be drastic overnight. Start small. Perhaps swap your sugary breakfast cereal for oatmeal with berries and nuts. Choose whole grain bread instead of white. Add an extra serving of vegetables to your dinner plate. Over time, these small, consistent choices will build up, helping to extinguish that chronic inflammatory fire and allowing your body to heal and thrive. This isn't just about feeling better in the short term. It's about protecting your body from the inside out, building a resilient foundation for many more healthy, vibrant years beyond 80. Now that we've discussed the power of purpose and connection, and the critical role of an anti-inflammatory diet, let's move on to our next surprising factor: the hidden dangers of modern movement habits. Our third surprising reason often goes unnoticed, or perhaps it's misdiagnosed as something else entirely. It's not just a lack of exercise, but specifically, a lack of varied and intentional movement, especially when it comes to maintaining muscle mass and flexibility. We're often told to stay active, and for many, that means walking. Walking is fantastic, truly, but relying solely on walking, or any single type of movement, can leave crucial aspects of our physical well-being neglected, leading to a surprising vulnerability as we age. As we get older, we naturally start to lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. After the age of 30, we can lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade, and this rate accelerates after 60. Why is this so critical? Muscles aren't just for looking good. They are fundamental to our independence, our metabolism, our bone density, and our balance. Without strong muscles, everyday tasks like getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, or even preventing a fall become increasingly difficult and dangerous. Many seniors who struggle with mobility, fatigue, or balance issues are experiencing the direct consequences of significant muscle loss. Not just getting old. The problem is, walking alone, while excellent for cardiovascular health, doesn't adequately stimulate muscle growth or maintain upper body strength and core stability, which are vital for preventing falls and maintaining overall functional independence. Think about it: a fall can be catastrophic for an older person, often leading to fractures, prolonged recovery, and a significant decline in quality of life. Many of these falls are preventable, and building and maintaining muscle strength is one of the best defenses. What's more, strong muscles are metabolically active. They help keep our metabolism humming, making it easier to manage weight and blood sugar, which ties directly back to our previous point about chronic inflammation. So, what's the actionable step here? It's about incorporating strength training and flexibility into your routine, even if it's just a few times a week. And it doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. Simple bodyweight exercises can be incredibly effective. Think about movements like chair squats, sitting down and standing up from a chair without using your hands, or wall push-ups, calf raises, and standing leg lifts. Even using light resistance bands or small hand weights can make a huge difference. The goal is to challenge your muscles a bit so they adapt and get stronger. For flexibility and balance, consider activities like Tai Chi or gentle yoga, which are wonderful for improving equilibrium and range of motion, reducing stiffness, and further preventing falls. Even simple stretching exercises for 10-15 minutes a day can have a profound impact on how freely and comfortably you move. Remember, the key isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about maintaining enough muscle and flexibility to live your life fully, independently, and safely, far beyond 80. Your muscles are your armor against the challenges of aging. Now, let's explore our fourth surprising reason, one that is frequently dismissed as a normal part of aging. Yet its profound impact on our longevity and cognitive function is immense: poor sleep quality. For many people over 60, the idea of a full, uninterrupted night's sleep seems like a distant memory. We often hear things like, "Oh, I just don't sleep like I used to," or "I only need a few hours now." While it's true that sleep patterns can shift with age, consistently poor quality sleep is not a normal or healthy part of aging, and it carries significant health risks. A good night's sleep is not just about resting. It's when our bodies and brains do their most crucial repair work. It's when memories are consolidated, toxins are flushed from the brain, hormones are regulated, and the immune system is strengthened. When we consistently shortchange our sleep, or when our sleep is constantly interrupted, these vital processes are compromised. The consequences are far-reaching and surprisingly impactful on how well and how long we live. Chronic poor sleep is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and a weakened immune system, making us more susceptible to infections. Perhaps most strikingly, it significantly impacts cognitive function, memory problems, difficulty concentrating, slower processing speed, and even an increased risk of dementia have been linked to long-term sleep deprivation and fragmented sleep. It's like trying to run a marathon on a half-charged battery. Eventually, something is going to give, and yet, many of us push through, caffeinate to stay awake, and accept our exhaustion as an inevitable part of getting older. So, what can we do to reclaim restful, restorative sleep? It begins with establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps to regulate your body's natural circadian rhythm. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Dim the lights in the evening. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TVs for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with melatonin production. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, dark, quiet, and cool. Watch your caffeine and alcohol intake, especially in the afternoon and evening, as both can disrupt sleep. If you find yourself consistently waking up gasping for air, snoring loudly, or feeling unrested despite spending enough time in bed, it's crucial to speak with your doctor about potential underlying issues like sleep apnea, which is very common and treatable but often undiagnosed. Prioritizing sleep isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental pillar of health and longevity, a powerful tool for safeguarding your body and mind for years to come. Remember, the quality of your waking life is profoundly influenced by the quality of your sleep. Finally, we arrive at our fifth surprising reason, one that is perhaps the most subtle yet profoundly powerful in its impact on our health and longevity: unmanaged chronic stress and a pervasive negative outlook. We all experience stress. That's a given. But it's the chronic, unmanaged stress, the constant worry, anxiety, and pessimism that slowly, silently erodes our health from the inside out. Our bodies are designed to handle short bursts of stress, the fight or flight response, which serves a protective purpose. However, when stress becomes a daily, ongoing companion, the constant flood of stress hormones like cortisol takes a heavy toll. This chronic stress suppresses our immune system, increases inflammation, tying back to our earlier point, raises blood pressure, can disrupt digestion, and even accelerate cellular aging. It's like constantly pressing the accelerator and the brake at the same time on your car. Eventually, something's going to break down. Beyond the physiological impact, a persistently negative outlook, characterized by cynicism, resentment, or a general lack of optimism, can also undermine our health. It's more than just a bad mood. It can influence our health behaviors, making us less likely to exercise or eat well, and even impact our body's ability to heal and respond to challenges. Think about those individuals who seem to constantly complain, who always see the worst in every situation. While it's certainly understandable to feel low at times, a pervasive negative mindset over years can contribute to a cycle of poor health and reduced engagement with life. On the flip side, studies consistently show that optimism and a positive outlook are linked to longer lifespans, better cardiovascular health, and stronger immune systems. Our minds are incredibly powerful, and how we choose to perceive the world and handle its challenges directly influences our biological well-being. So, what are the actionable steps to manage stress and cultivate a more positive outlook? It starts with recognizing the stress in your life and making a conscious effort to address it. Simple daily practices can make a world of difference. Mindfulness and meditation, even just for 5 or 10 minutes a day, can help calm the nervous system and train your brain to respond differently to stress. Deep breathing exercises are powerful tools for immediate stress reduction. Spending time in nature, often called forest bathing, has remarkable stress-reducing benefits. Engaging in hobbies you love, listening to music, or connecting with pets can all be wonderful outlets for cultivating a positive outlook. Practice gratitude. Simply taking a moment each day to list 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small, can rewire your brain to focus on the good. Challenge negative thoughts when they arise. Ask yourself if they are truly accurate or just a habitual pattern. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. Limit your exposure to negative news or social media that might be contributing to your stress. Consider setting healthy boundaries in relationships that drain your energy. It's about consciously choosing where you direct your attention and energy. Remember, nurturing your mental and emotional well-being isn't just about feeling happier. It's a profound act of self-care that directly contributes to your physical health and your capacity to live a vibrant, long life. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool for health or for decline. Learning to wield it positively is key. So, there you have them, 5 surprising, yet incredibly powerful reasons why many seniors don't live past 80, and more importantly, how we can all navigate them to live fuller, richer, and longer lives. We've talked about the vital importance of having a clear sense of purpose and nurturing genuine social connections, reminding ourselves that we are wired for belonging and contribution. We explored how chronic, silent inflammation, often fueled by our everyday food choices, slowly erodes our health, and how embracing whole, anti-inflammatory foods can extinguish that hidden fire. We then delved into the often overlooked necessity of varied movement, specifically building and maintaining muscle strength and flexibility, not just for exercise, but for fundamental independence and fall prevention. We uncovered how consistently poor sleep, far from being a normal part of aging, can severely compromise our cognitive function and overall health, emphasizing the power of restorative rest. And finally, we discussed the profound impact of unmanaged stress and a negative outlook on our physical well-being, highlighting the incredible ability of our minds to shape our health. Remember, these aren't insurmountable challenges. Each of these 5 areas offers a pathway, a simple step you can take today, that compounds over time into remarkable improvements in your health and happiness. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one small change from any of these areas that resonates with you and start there. Add a few extra steps to your day. Swap out a sugary drink for water. Reach out to an old friend. Or simply take 5 minutes to breathe deeply and reflect on something you're grateful for. Small, consistent efforts truly do add up to monumental shifts in your well-being. And here's the surprising thing I promised you at the beginning. The real underlying truth connecting all these reasons. The power to influence how well and how long you live lies not in some miraculous pill or secret longevity treatment, but in the seemingly ordinary, often overlooked, choices you make every single day. It's the cumulative effect of these daily choices, about how you move, what you eat, how you connect, how you rest, and how you think, that truly determines your trajectory. The surprising part is just how much control you actually have, and how profound the impact of these simple things can be. It's about proactive living, about tending to your whole self, not just reacting to illness. Your golden years are an incredible opportunity for growth, joy, and profound connection, and they can absolutely be your best years yet. I truly hope this conversation has given you some valuable insights and, more importantly, a renewed sense of empowerment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have any of these reasons resonated with you? What small changes are you considering making? Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who can benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Keep nurturing your purpose, nourishing your body, moving with intention, prioritizing your rest, and cultivating a joyful heart. You have the power to write an incredible next chapter. Live your best life every single day.